guys. But I see them all the time, and they're questions that are just designed to kind of see how you think, see how you react in different situations and things along those lines. So like, how many golf balls would fit in a 747? I honestly couldn't tell you, but I could probably try and work out a rough estimate, approximate, use that calculus that I learned for freshman year, sophomore year. I don't know when you guys took calculus, but do things along those lines that can show my thinking process, that'll show me how I react in the job.
So interview prep, you want to research the organization. This is going to help you have questions that pertain to the organization. I mean, at the end of every interview, they're going to ask you if you have any questions. Compare the job description with your resume. So you want your resume to be tailored to that specific job. If the job asks for, communication skills, and talk about a public speaking class you took. Just depending on what they ask, show that you have that skill and that's something that you've mastered. Think of possible examples of situations that reflect their requirements and or values. So, I mean, that's just anything where they, we value hard work. You want to show them and explain to them how you can work hard. Clearly identify your strengths and weaknesses. So you just want to understand where your areas of development are. I actually had a phone interview today, and on the phone they asked me, if I called your mom, I called your dad, what would be the top 3 things they said about you? And I told them that, and then they asked me what my weakness is. That's always a tough question because you don't want to talk badly about yourself in an interview, but you do want to show that you're willing to grow and you understand you're not perfect. I answered with I always struggle with time management, and so I put everything on a schedule, and that way it's there for me to see. I mean, I never wrote anything down on a planner until in the past year, and I put everything in Google Calendar, so I can computer, phone, I can access my calendar all over. And that's allowed me to manage my time better and not forget about things and stuff along those lines. So your traditional questions, talk about that a little bit. But for your behavioral questions, it's going to be the STAR method, and that's how you answer it. They ask you, how have you shown hard work in the past? You're going to talk about the situation in which you did it, the task, what was it, the action you took, and then you want to talk about the result from doing that. And then technical, like I said earlier, there's just be back to questions regarding a specific skill that you learned. And then the off-the-wall questions, those are always fun. Professional dress.
So we got some people that are dressed up actually in the audience, which is fantastic. You guys all want to stand up. Why are you guys all fancy tonight? Can we ask?
AK side, professional business fraternity.
Fantastic.
They look good.
They look fantastic. So this is great that they came to our launch tonight, and that was an excellent opportunity to throw them under the spotlight. But you want to make sure you look good for your interviews and all that good stuff.
We actually did that launch at the end of the year. I was one of the models, so y'all made it out for that one. So for men, you want to wear a dark suit with white or light color, long sleeve shirt. Yeah, I go into explanation there, that's it. And then for women, I mean, you can look at these pictures, y'all have been to the launch, you understand what a professional dress looks like. You don't want to come, in shorts and a t-shirt, even shorts and just a collared shirt on top. That's not going to get the job done from a professional standpoint.
Something that's important too that someone told me, and I've always followed it, is that you should always dress one up to what the standard is at the company. So if they're business casual, when you're going to an interview, you should be business professional. So you should figure out before you go to the interview what their culture is, what they wear, and be a little bit above that. That way it shows that you really care about the interview and you're dressed the right way.
And on what she said, if most people will send you an email and tell you over the phone, however you're setting up that interview, they will tell you from a dress standpoint what is expected of you for the interview. If they don't, it is always appropriate to reach out to them and say, hey, I was wondering what the company culture is there. I was wondering what y'all wear to work. What's the expectation there? And that way you just have an idea without saying, what do I need to wear? They're not your mom, so you don't want to ask that way, but ask in a way just getting an understanding of what the people there wear. So research yourself, know why you want to work at the organization. They're going to ask you, I don't know if any of y'all went to the Meet the President last night, but I'm part of the American Marketing Association. I was there. And the biggest thing across the panel is they want to know your passion. When they ask you about why you want to work there, they want to hear that you're passionate about something. They want to have that passion about that company. So understand the company, understand yourself, and understand how those things will overlap. Your strengths and weaknesses and how they relate to that position. You definitely want to focus on your strengths. If they ask you about your weakness, do your best to come up with something, but like I said, an interview is supposed to bring you up, not bring you down. So definitely understand your strengths and how that relates to the role that you're looking for. Make a list of accomplishments and interests. Your accomplishments, you should list some of them on your resume. Other ones, definitely have them in mind, just for specific examples if asked about in the interview. And people will ask questions, what are your hobbies outside of work? They want to know that you have a life, are a normal functioning person. They're going to be working alongside of you, and that's something that's important to most people, is realizing the people they're going to be working with are going to be fun to hang out with outside of work. Prepare concrete supporting examples. So just have an idea, what's the time you faced adversity? Know of a time you faced adversity, how you bettered yourself through that, and the result of you bettering yourself and handling that adversity. List of questions is always good. You always want to go in. Most of y'all should have a notebook. If you don't, just a black, you don't know how to talk about a business notebook. Always want to have those when you go into an interview. Have your resumes in one of the pouches, and then have an opportunity to ask questions, have them written down.
They're called like a padfolio.
Padfolio? Okay, padfolio.
Yeah.
There you go.
You
That's
can buy them
common.
at like the bookstore and stuff. But-
Yeah, and that's just, it shows the professionalism that you're looking for, and then also it gives you an opportunity to have information about the company in front of you while you're talking to them. So it can remind you of things that you wanted to ask, things you're interested about within the company, so you don't forget about it in the interview. I know I've gone into interviews without a portfolio before I got one, and I had things that I wanted to ask them about, I ended up forgetting just because I got caught up in conversation. So it's just something that keeps you, I guess, where you want to be in your interview. And practice talking about yourself. That's just your elevator speech. Definitely know, what you're interested in, what you're asking about, and the things you're good at. Just be ready to talk about yourself. They want to know about you. Wait a second. Go back. There we go. That way, just I don't want the questions to pop up yet. So everyone pick a neighbor out. We're going to have a little interactive activity where you're going to be asking, bouncing some questions off yourself.
What's your name? Zach. Nice to meet you.
Okay, so
Everyone got nice little partners in the middle?
yeah, so the people that have a partner, one of y'all is going to look at the board while the other one looks away. So when the person looking at the board, you're going to
I'm not
ask
screwing
your
you, that's what I'm
partner
saying.
a
Basically the same
question
thing.
from the board. Or if you want to ask them another off-the-wall question, just to get feedback on the off-the-wall questions and answers. So one person look away.
What about doing maybe sales? What about maybe doing
So what we're gonna do is
sales?
practice some off-the-wall questions. I don't know, questions that maybe you don't have a natural response to, it's not something that's like, oh, tell me about that time I was life or questions that are designed more to get like more your personality. Practice with your partner. You got Pablo, or all
This is gonna be looking at it, and one person is not.
so feel free, yeah.
He's gonna have questions.
Feel free to pick one off the board or make one up on your own. These are all valid questions that we got off the field from employers. fine. They asked exactly that. Yeah, I mean, it's they want to do that. So the goal is just